Yay! Hello. Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is going to be a big update on the top floor. We have been pushing forward with it and I'm looking forward to showing you what's been done. Hopefully we're getting to the point where it's going to start looking a little bit pretty, and today's video is also sponsored by the wonderful Squarespace. If you are wanting to start your own website or maybe move your website, then stay tuned. I'll be talking about it a little bit later on in this video. And I also want to get your opinion because I'm starting a new website and I want to involve interiors a lot more in it and hopefully be able to answer a lot of your questions. So I'd like to get your advice, but let's get on into the video. Today, well actually, it's this afternoon and we've been working up here yesterday and today already. Ollie is building what looks like a ladder. There it is, the tray, or like the what do you call it? The foreman? The underbase. Underbase. Yeah. For the shower tray. We have been really getting on in here. As you can see, I have cleaned down here, which is just a job in itself. But we've also popped all of the aqua panels on, and I'm just going to show you this because it took a while and we're proud of it. But we got all of this butting up really beautifully in our little cubbies, and also this one here yesterday. So this is the valves for the shower, and yesterday we spent the majority of the day just measuring out all of this and making sure it was perfect. And we actually did that by using some like foam card just to make sure all of the shapes were as tight as they could be. If I show you, excuse all the mess, but you guys know the drill. Here you can actually see all of my cutouts over here and all like the measurements that we did, just so that we could get around the corners perfectly. But yes, just thought I'd update you. Now onto the shower tray.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy.
It's really hot. Good morning. Today is going to be a really dusty day. I have got to start prepping the fireplace hearth. It's got like a little bit of paint on which needs to come off, and then we think it's slate, so we're going to try and polish it down using the angle grinder and the polishing pads that we had for the kitchen. That worked really well, so hopefully we can get this looking semi-shiny and like smooth enough so that it's easy to wipe off and easy to clean and maintain, but we're not going for absolutely perfect mirror shine. And then once I've done this one, I've got to go do that one as well. And before I do any of that though, I need to get that sheet on that doorway so that I don't flood the house with dust.
The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the greater moon. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole? Hold on, will you get me, take me back to Alabama? I want it all. I had a feeling that the feeling is all gone. Hold on, be together, take me back to Alabama. I want it all.
So this is what I'm working with. I think it should go down to this kind of like mid-grey colour, but hopefully a little bit shinier than this. Got to get up this paint though, and there's just a few areas where it's not very smooth. It's got chips and things out of it. So I'm going to start on these ones, but I've got to pull that one first because it's going to get really messy.
If I could take you back to my youth, I'll show you what I wish I knew. My will is strong with a place to lean.
Didn't go so well. So I had finished all the grits on the angle grinder, these little things, and it was looking really, really nice. But unfortunately, there was like a weird staining. So we used some TSP hoping that would take the staining out and make it all look the same color. Didn't touch it. So went back through down to 50 grit to try and get down to like a different color and take the staining out, and managed to go through to a different color stone. So it's not slate, we don't know what it is, but basically had to start again. So I'm all the way back at the beginning now and gonna have to work my way through. But I'll show you what it's looking like. It is looking more uniform, but gotta start again, so not great. So looks a bit mucky right now. So that's what we're down to, which looks nice, brownish, uniform colour. No idea what stone it is. Could be, I don't know, generic stone, not slate, but should look really nice once it's polished up again. Done. It is almost 4 o'clock, so this has taken basically all day to do one, and I've got another one that I'm about to go start in the corner, but I'll show you how far it's got. Looks a bit weird right now because the water is drying on it, but you might be able to see it from this direction. There is quite a good shine, and once we stick a sealer protector on this, it should make it look the same as when it's wet. It's the same as kind of like our granite worktops. The polisher just makes it look nice and shiny. So hopefully it will look like that once it's protected, and will stay like that kind of permanently. So I think it's come out really well. Just got one very faint crack down there and a couple of chips in it, but it's really nice. I'm done.
Today we are going to look at some stone. Hopefully, when we're sat outside the place now, we're a little bit early, and we're hoping to find a nice bit of marble, like a nice slab, to go on this step that's going into our shower, so it's a nice run for where the shower screen is going to sit. Obviously this is a little bit last minute because we didn't plan to have the step going in. We wouldn't have had this bit of marble, but I think it's going to look nice, and actually it's not as expensive as I thought, hopefully, because we'll be finding an offcut. And then we've been exceedingly lucky. I don't know if you guys remember when I did the mood board for the upstairs rooms, I found some bedside tables that I love from Laura Ashley. If you're not familiar with the UK, Laura Ashley actually, really sadly, has just gone bust, haven't they? The company's gone under. So the site just got swiped, the furniture just went off it, and I couldn't buy the bedside tables. And they were expensive anyway, they're about like £280 each. And I found them second hand, close to this place, which is just insane. So hopefully we'll also get those, but we'll take you along with us. We better go in and hopefully find our marble.
Hopefully you got something that matches.
Yeah, we've brought all of our tiles with us to try something.
Not all.
Let's go shopping. I think we have chosen this lovely slab here. So that's our tile, and I think it matches really well. We did see some other ones, but they looked a little bit more dotty. These are all kind of like the Carrara marble. I want it all. I'm in stone heaven. Some of these larger bits are gorgeous. Lunch with a view. Not this one. This one. And before we get into some more updates, I just wanted to quickly mention today's sponsor, Squarespace. As some of you may know, I'm moving my website over to Squarespace, and it has been the simplest thing ever. They have loads of templates to choose from, and the best thing for a girl like me who is really indecisive, if you pick a template and then you change your mind, you don't have to start all over again. Let me tell you how many times I've done that in my life. It just really simply moves over, and you can adapt it to look a little bit like you, make it personally yours. So I'll show you on screen what mine is looking like right now. And I wanted to change my website because I wanted to add in a lot more interiors, partly because I get so many questions from you guys on items from a room, whether that's the paint or the fireplace in the dining room. And I thought it would be really nice that you had a place where you could really quickly go and search and find all of the links and details for that room. But let me know if you think that would be the easiest way to lay it out. I'd also love to do before and afters, because as much as my family do watch my YouTube, it takes hours to go through all of the videos. So if they just want a quick update to see some before and afters, then I think it would be really nice to be able to share our journey with them. They can just pop on and get updated. And I guess also the same for you, because I do also get a lot of questions saying, I remember seeing this, but I cannot remember which video it was in. So hopefully if you have like a search bar on a website, it might be able to give you all of that information. But I would love your advice on it. And if you guys would like to start your own website, which I would highly recommend, like definitely if you are doing renovations, because it's just the perfect place to be able to document something and be able to send it to friends and family. And if you already have your own Squarespace website, then I would love for you to link it below so that I could go and get some inspiration for it while designing mine. But I have a link which is squarespace.com/Laura, where you can get 10% off your first website or domain, which I will also put down below in the description. But a big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and for you guys for helping me create this website and document my journey. Let's get back into all of the updates. Good morning. It is a beautiful, crisp, sunny day, as you can probably tell by the fact that I'm being blinded by the sun. But we have started on the floorboards. And I didn't show you yesterday because it was a little bit of a process. These are all of our spare ones that we got from the green room. So here they are. Hopefully you can tell the ones that we planed yesterday. These ones are out. And there are more than I remember, but they're not as many long ones, so we've actually just measured up today. Sorry, there's that kid's just gonna keep screaming this morning. We'll work through it. So yesterday Ollie took off all of the nails and anything that could damage the planer, and then we started planing, but this one kept getting stuck, so Ollie's just trying to fix it up a little bit this morning. And actually I must admit, I think it's harder, what do you think, than I expected. But not as hard as sanding the floors.
Not as hard as sanding.
No.
Definitely.
And hopefully it'll be neater than sanding the floors. Like, these do look so beautiful, especially on the sides, because they hold so much dirt over the years on the sides. We've actually already scraped all the dirt off of these. And they look like brand new boards, but at the same time they have the beauty of them being original, because if you get new boards, you basically can't get them as wide anymore. They don't do this width. And they don't have the same character. But anyway, we've got a hopefully nice day in the sunshine. This is the last day of sunshine before a few days of rain. And this is this is our weekend. So Holly's only got today off to get this done. Also, our plumber is in today fixing the shower tray and also the head. He's just moving it up slightly. And the tiler should be coming in next week. So there's going to be so many updates for this top floor. I'm determined I need it done soon, because it's starting to get cold. And that floor, I'll show you in a second, we've had the radiators come in. They're so beautiful. Are you telling me to shush?
No, I'm talking to the planer.
Anyway, I'll go now. What is that I'm seeing?
That's the little pile of tools from yesterday.
What did we agree yesterday?
We agreed that I could put a little pile of tools on the floor. You said I was quite welcome to put a little pile of tools on the floor because they were temporary.
I literally have no words. I spent my whole day yesterday clearing this room. And the one thing that I said was that if you come in here and dump anything on the floor, there will be issues. But anyway, let me show you so that I have evidence to show Ollie on camera what this room looked like before he destroys it again. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Forgot to show you, but we planed all of the boards that were out there, and now it's time to paint. We are very bright, and that is because it is dark outside now. Like,
autumny.
Super dark this evening. But despite me not feeling very well and looking like I've literally been dragged through a bush backwards, we are starting to paint the upstairs, and this is something that we've been waiting for Well, it's over a
Yeah.
year now because we started this project a year ago, so it's been a long time and we cannot wait to get some paint on these walls.
Fresh plaster. And first we're putting on our mist coat, which is just watered down white basic paint because our top coat is quite expensive.
Yeah.
Don't want to waste it, and we just want to get good coverage, cover the walls up, get them looking nice and white, flat. Then we can put on the nice paint.
It's definitely the best way to do it. I've already got paint on me. Why?
Because I want that paintbrush.
What?
Don't know, I want the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have the little one. And you've got this little painting now.
Where are you going to do that? I'm done.
How is your time? You need to go up higher. Wait, you want to be back? Check.
Yeah, I think you're getting down too far.
Too low.
Yeah, I think I need to jump.
It is the end of the day.
Yay! No, don't leave me down so far. You don't need to leave me down. I'm still not tall enough. I'm still not tall enough. And I'm literally still not. This makes me no taller. Okay, I don't want to bore you guys to death with loads of painting footage, but it's going on and it's so exciting. We are too excited about this really, but you know, it just feels really good to have some plastered rooms that are going to be ours. Anyway, I might sign off here now because the lighting is getting darker and darker and harsher, and we're just going to finish off this, but I'll show you where we get to tonight. May be able to hear Ollie hoovering outside from all of our planing earlier, but this room is white, like white, and it looks so bright. And have you noticed? The electricians came, so we've got all of our spots for the spotlights. We've got, well, just a cable there for our main light, and then they've also started to pop on all of the face plates, so they're all going to be dimmable in here apart from our bedside ones, so we're going to have cute little bedside lights. And then I ummed about this, but we went for just the white face plates at the bottom because they're going to be totally covered. I've got the bedside tables for here and I don't think you'll ever see it. I plan to at some point have a chest of drawers there so you won't see that, and a desk there. And then this is the aftermath of the white paint. So we had to do like the mist coat, the watered down coat, and then we also decided to do a full coat in the white just for coverage because we're going for little green in here and it's a very expensive paint, like a little bit ridiculous. To be honest, if I had calculated it out before deciding on the paint, we maybe wouldn't have gone for it, but it's a beautiful colour. I'm looking really fresh, by the way. Just spilt all the water over me, cleaning up the white paint to go with the top coat. And though I say white, but it is pretty much a white. So we went for the little green in slate lime. I've forgotten the name now. I think it's slate lime. Let me double check that though. Yep, slate lime 105, because I thought that it was the closest to the Earthborn that we've got, the white clay in the living room, and we adore that colour. The only thing is that it's not that practical. It's not very washable because it's clay, and they don't do it in a more washable paint because there's no pigment to it. It's literally just like a natural paint. So I went on a hunt to find something the most similar. I think this one is, but we'll soon see. I feel very nervous to put it on the walls. You know, when you spend a lot of money on paint and then you think, oh, I hope it's the colour that I think it's gonna be. But we're soon gonna see. And I think I might change this top. Be right back. And before I paint, sorry if Ollie hoovering outside is really annoying. I am going to lightly sand some of the walls, or should I say like spots on the walls. So anywhere where, you know, sometimes like paint dries and it clumps on the wall, any places like that, I'm gonna give a light sand. We're being quite particular with these rooms because they're beautifully smooth and freshly painted, something we wouldn't bother doing in another room, but it's worth it up here. This is what I mean. Give that just a little light sand and it's gone.
Got that feeling in your arms and knees, the kind of feeling where you simply freeze. Don't you worry, let me throw you up, 'cause I think I know where you always stuck. You give everything so easily, but there are things you don't let people see. Open up and hammer down the wall, and all the fighting and just let it fall. My love is real and it's not just for the season. Here's what I feel, I don't need a better reason. You broke your heart, come use mine. My love will last, it'll stand the test of time.
So before I sign off, I'm gonna give one quick run through of the whole upstairs and show you a few items which have come in recently. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, these beauties are the main one. These are our radiators for the 2 bedrooms. Now, they're actually only primed and white. We are gonna be spraying them ourselves because the company that we bought them from are having real trouble getting stock of their paint. So we just said, prime it and we'll spray paint it. Actually, that box over there is a spray painting gun so that we can get on and paint them. But they are just the chunkiest, most beautiful cast iron radiators. They are so heavy, but look like they're gonna keep us so unbelievably warm. I hope so anyway. And this is where we're storing everything for the top floor. So these are the valves that we went for those radiators. They're in this gorgeous antique brass, and then they've got this wood top, and we're actually going darker on the floorboards up there, so I'm hoping that will match quite nicely. And then in the bathroom, we went for the same style apart from in chrome, because everything in our bathroom is chrome, and again the wood, which will hopefully match. And I'll show you that radiator because that has arrived too. There she is. So I don't know if this will give much like perspective on size, but this is going where you can see that pipe sticking out there just on this wall. And our shower head's over here, so we'll step out the shower and hopefully just be able to grab our towels. And it looks kind of black on camera, but it's more of like a charcoal and anthracite kind of colour. I wanted to pick up something, so these are the floor mosaic tiles. I wanted to pick up something that went with them, and then obviously we've got the dark on the valves too. And we're also going for a dark green in that room for the paint that's going on the boarding, which will go over the sink and the toilet. And these just make me so happy. This is where the bathroom is right now. As you can see, we've got all of the electrics in. The shower is pretty much ready to go. We just had our plumber come back and fit in our tray the other day, so these tiles are just making sure that it is really secure. And he also, bless him, changed the head for us slightly. As you can see, oh, not pointing right, he's raised it up to there just so that we have as much height as possible. When he originally put it in, we didn't have everything built out, so you couldn't quite see how the head would fit, but it fits there perfectly. Going to be showering in here soon, it's very exciting. And Ollie's going to be putting down the flooring today, and then we're basically ready to be tiled. To paint, radiators are going on next week, as well as the tiling going to be done. Our plaster is coming back to just patch in these, because unfortunately our electrician was like, I think those lights need to be supported even more, so he put some more wood behind them. And we're also going to do just like a mist coat in here and then paint it, and then do our paneling, which should go up quite quickly in the green. And then these rooms you've seen quite recently, so the next thing to happen on these is to finish off the painting, neaten up all of the windows and the floorboards by the windows so that the radiators can go in, and then we're doing the flooring and like we're pretty much there. And this room now has one coat of the like final paint on all of the walls. Haven't done the ceiling yet because we've already run out of the little green paint. And if I'm honest, I'm not impressed. I was wondering whether we'd go for little green in this other room and also all the way down the hallway, but the coverage on it just isn't great. It's hard to tell with the lighting, but you can see the streaks from where the roller's been over it. So not sure. I think we might be changing up which paint we go for, maybe even just Valspar, because if I'm honest, I think their coverage might be better, but the colors might not be as nice. So we'll see. But yeah, it is just crazy that these rooms are so close to being done now. And that is where we are with the top floor. Definitely in the next update, the bathroom should be tiled and the radiator should be in, and we should be progressing with the floor, which will be a super exciting one. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye.